Hi, everybody. Listen, it is day two for the part two series on why you need to create your side business as if your life depend on it. Why? Because it does. So today, this is what we're going to talk about. Today is you are earning less than your greatness. You are earning less than your greatness. There was a quote by Jim Rohn, and he said, investing in yourself is power. If you work hard on your job, you make a pretty good living. However, if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. What we fail to realize is that after years of training, after years of going to school, after years of doing trades, you have perfected your craft. And what we see is that we limit ourselves because of the environment we're in. We allow a building to dictate our earning potential. We allow someone that we work for to dictate our earning potential. And what I'm telling you is that you no longer have to be burdened under that. You are no longer under confinement. Take off those shackles and position yourself for freedom. Does that make sense? Position yourself for freedom. One way where you can find out what your greatness is. Here's a couple of things that you can do. If you have went to college or you went to a trade school or you went somewhere else, right? Obviously, those skills are needed because someone hired you. What I'm simply saying is that you create a business doing what you're doing at work, except now you're your own boss. That's a great way. That can be consulting. You are now providing the service. So you get to dictate how much you want to charge. You get to dictate how much your earning potential is going to be and not someone else. Another way that you could, on how you can earn more with your natural skills, talents, and abilities is what are things that you're naturally gifted at? Are you naturally gifted at speaking, at communicating? Are you naturally gifted at writing? Are you naturally gifted at telling stories? Are you naturally gifted at creating movies, production? What are you naturally gifted at? Whatever that is, begin to invest in yourself in learning more about it. Begin to read books, begin to watch videos. You know, they talk about YouTube University all the time. Begin to invest in that. It doesn't take long to become an expert in an area. They say typically 4 to 5 years. And the beauty of it is that when you are starting out with people who are in the same swim lane as you, as long as you keep growing and keep moving, you're going to find yourself way ahead of them. And then your earning potential goes up. The more you know, the more you can grow, the more you can earn. It's really that simple. It is not rocket science. I'm going to tell you, when people tell you, oh my gosh, this is hard, it is not. We make things very difficult when we don't, it doesn't have to be. It is very simple. It is very easy. Now, the work to get there is challenging, but offering and helping people for the impact and the value you're bringing, it is not. So here are a couple of things that I want you to do. Write this down. That, you know, when we're talking about earning less than your greatness, the first and foremost things that you need to get an assessment of what you're great at. Do you know what your natural skills and gifts and abilities are? And in the link, make sure you look in the comments. I have a link there where you can sign up, where we can do an assessment for you. Yep, it's that simple. And that way you can see, oh my gosh, this is what I'm naturally gifted at. And everything starts making sense. When you finally know who you are, it's as if the world will move out of your way. True story. You know, I love telling stories. So growing up, So for those of you who don't know, my dad is Nigerian, I'm Nigerian. And when we came back from overseas and we came back into the States, I think I wasn't shy, but I was not confident when I would introduce myself to people. And I would introduce myself as Uche, maybe just Uche. Hi, my name is Uche. Hi, my name is Uche. And I remember one time, and to be honest with you, I don't even know how my mom was even aware of this, but I had introduced myself as Uche, and she was in the vicinity and she heard me. And she pulled me to the side and said, listen, your name is Uche Anye. And don't you ever forget it, because that's who you are. And don't you ever be embarrassed of where you come from. And I gotta say, that was like a pivotal moment for me. It sort of solidified who I was because I had been struggling with it. You know, a name is important. A name is self-identity. A name dictates, in a way, a projection into your life, into your future. And I was teetering between American, African, I didn't know. But in that moment when mom clarified the habitual confusion I found myself in, I call it a hypnotic rhythm of confusion, because that's exactly what I was in. Once she removed that fog and out of the way and said, you're Uche Anye, the rest was history. I was no longer embarrassed. I was no longer uncertain. I knew for certain who I was, and I began to hold my head just a little bit higher because I knew who I was. A lot of times, a lot of us, you don't know who you are. You have people telling you who you are. You have people trying to show you who you are, and you have people professing who you are. Only you know who you are. And I believe that once you solidify and stand in all of that greatness and own it, you will see your earning potentials to go up higher. One of the biggest misconceptions that we find ourselves in all the time is we are talking to our inner critic. You know, there's a saying that if there's no enemy inside, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And that is true. So the first thing I want you to do is to, one, be still. Be still. Write down 5 skills that when you do it, it's easy. This could be doing mathematical calculations. This could be speaking. This could be teaching. This could be video where you're doing editing videos. This could be writing content. This could be doing basket weaving. This could be whatever it is. Write down 5 things that you do with ease. And that's the beginning point of where you will find your greatness. If you want an assessment, click the link below, and then you're able to do that. Hey, on YouTube, click the link below. For those of you that's not on YouTube, just go find my YouTube page and click in there. So click the link to get an assessment. That'll come to me, and then we'll set you up. Okay, so that's the first thing. First thing is write down 5 things you're great at that you do with ease. Second thing is if you want an additional in-depth assessment, click the link and we'll schedule an appointment. The third thing is what I want you to do is write down, who do you think could use what you have to offer? If you're the best at cutting hair, write down 4 names of who hair you can cut to make money. If you're the best at writing little notes like cards for people, write down who could use a card. If you're the best at doing affirmations, write that, whatever it is, write down 5 names of who you can provide your service to. And reach out to them and ask them. And the last thing, what I want you to do is after you reach out to them and you provide them the service, get feedback. That is confirmation with what you have to offer. And once you get that confirmation, I want you to run and go change the world with your gifts. Because what you have, people are waiting for it. You are earning less than your greatness. But once you find your greatness, your earning potential is going to be out this roof. That makes sense? Right? Is that awesome? Is that good? Okay, so make sure you like, share, subscribe.